Imagine two Saiyans standing side by side, both with eyes burning in determination, their auras shaking the battlefield around them. The tournament of power had reached its breaking point, and every punch, every scream, every flicker of energy could mean the difference between existence and complete erasure. Goku and Vegeta had always been rivals, but at this moment, it wasn't about rivalry, it was about survival. Every time they looked at each other, it was as if their pride refused to let the other pull ahead. But destiny had already begun shaping their paths differently. One of them would soon rise to a level that even gods trembled before, and the other would chase that light endlessly, determined to reach it no matter the cost. This is not just the story of Goku and Vegeta. It's the never-ending struggle between mastery and pride, instinct and control, the raw and the refined. But as time went on, it became clearer than ever. CC Goku versus CC Vegeta wasn't fair. Not even close. The tournament of power began with both warriors on nearly equal ground. Goku's mastery over Super Saiyan Blue combined with Kaioken gave him explosive bursts of strength, but Vegeta's composure and strategic fighting allowed him to keep up despite the difference in stamina. When Goku launched the massive Universe 7 Spirit Bomb toward Jiren, everyone thought it might be enough to turn the tide. But in a moment that shook the arena, Jiren deflected it effortlessly. The energy rebounded toward Goku, swallowing him whole, and for an instant, it seemed like he was gone. But out of that explosion came something the gods had only whispered about: Ultra Instinct Omen. Goku had broken into a realm beyond thought, his movements fluid, silent, divine. Though the form didn't last long, it marked a turning point not just for him, but for Vegeta too. Because from that moment, Vegeta realized that Goku was walking a path that no Saiyan before him had ever tread, and he refused to be left behind. Goku continued to push further, reawakening Ultra Instinct Omen in his fight against Kefla, dodging her energy blasts with ease and striking with precision so pure that even the spectators were left speechless. Each time Goku rose, he climbed higher, stronger, faster, as if the limits of mortal combat no longer applied to him. Meanwhile, Vegeta sought his own evolution, not by following Goku's path, but by forging one of his own. When he charged his final flash against Jiren, the air itself seemed to ignite. The attack was so powerful that even Jiren, who had previously swatted away the spirit bomb, was forced to defend himself. That moment was Vegeta's declaration that pride, not instinct, would carry him forward. And in his burning determination, Vegeta unlocked Super Saiyan Blue evolution, a transformation so intense that his aura roared with the weight of his resolve. According to the creators, it was equal in strength to Goku's Blue Kaioken, and for a time, both stood shoulder to shoulder, equals once again. Together they fought Jiren with every ounce of their souls, pushing him to his limit. But fate had different plans. Vegeta, after giving everything he had, finally fell. Yet even in defeat, he found a way to pass on his remaining strength to Goku, trusting his rival to finish what they started. With that final surge, Goku broke through the wall one last time, awakening the completed version of Ultra Instinct, mastered Ultra Instinct. His hair turned silver, his aura calm and divine, and suddenly, the entire battlefield bowed to his presence. Jiren, once untouchable, was now on the defensive. Every strike from Goku landed with effortless precision. Every movement carried divine purpose. For the first time, Goku was no longer fighting to win. He was simply existing as power itself. And yet even that godly strength would fade. After the tournament, Goku admitted that he could no longer access Ultra Instinct at will. His body wasn't ready. His only remaining peak forms were Blue Kaioken and the Blue Evolution form that Vegeta had perfected. It seemed that balance had been restored, but the truth was that Vegeta now held a very slight advantage. His form was more stable, less taxing, allowing him to fight longer without burning out like Goku's Kaioken. For once, the prince stood higher, but only by a fraction. Then came Dragon Ball Heroes and everything changed. The power scaling exploded into a realm far beyond comprehension. Capsule Corp Goku and Vegeta, alternate versions of their super counterparts, had gone through every major battle from Dragon Ball Z through the Broly movie. Their power levels were no longer measurable by mortal standards. They were gods among gods. In this new timeline, the prison planet Ark would test them like never before. While training with Whis, future Mai appeared, pleading for help. Future Trunks had vanished. Before they could react, a mysterious figure named Fu appeared, revealing that Trunks had been taken to a strange dimension known as the Prison Planet. And just like that, Goku and Vegeta were thrown into another cosmic war. When CC Goku arrived on the Prison Planet, he encountered someone he could hardly believe existed, Xeno Goku. 2 Gokus, 2 timelines, 1 destiny. But before they could even talk, they did what Saiyans do best. They fought. Super Saiyan Blue versus Super Saiyan 4. The ground trembled beneath their power. Their auras collided like galaxies, crashing into one another. In some versions, the fight ended in a draw. In others, CC Goku gained the upper hand, proving that Blue had finally surpassed even the might of Super Saiyan 4. But the real challenge was yet to come. From the shadows emerged Cumber, an ancient Saiyan so powerful that his base form rivaled the gods. Even together, CC Goku and CC Vegeta struggled to hold him back. Future Trunks, who had once slain Zamasu with the Sword of Hope, couldn't even scratch him. The difference was terrifying. Cumber wasn't just another fighter. He was a force of nature. When he transformed into a golden great ape and then into Super Saiyan 3, it seemed like all hope was lost. Even Vegeta Blue couldn't overpower him. But then, when all seemed doomed, CC Goku did what no one expected. He awakened Mastered Ultra Instinct again. What followed wasn't a battle. It was a one-sided annihilation. Goku moved faster than light, striking with precision that Cumber couldn't comprehend. The same monster who had crushed Vegeta Blue now found himself completely helpless. With every strike, Goku reasserted the truth that has defined Dragon Ball for decades. He always finds a way to surpass everyone. By the end of the Prison Planet arc, Goku stood alone at the top once more, while Vegeta, though strong, had been left in his shadow again. Their power dynamic had been reaffirmed, and fans couldn't help but feel it was unfair. No matter how much Vegeta grew, Goku always found a way to leap ahead. The Universe Conflict saga began shortly after the Prison Planet's destruction. Goku's fate was uncertain, and Vegeta and Trunks were left searching for answers. That's when the Supreme Kai of Universe 6 appeared, warning them of a new danger, an army known as the Core Area Warriors led by a being called Hearts. His goal was nothing short of divine rebellion, to overthrow Xeno himself, the Omni King who ruled all existence. Hearts believed no god should control mortals, that every being deserved the right to shape their own destiny. His ideology resonated with some, but his methods were brutal. As the chaos unfolded, Goku was found alive, saved by none other than the Grand Priest himself. The most powerful angel in existence had taken Goku under his wing, training him to control Ultra Instinct like never before. Under the Grand Priest's watchful eye, Goku mastered the ability to enter Ultra Instinct Omen at will, something even Wes had hinted was nearly impossible for mortals. When Goku finally returned, his power was so immense that he defeated an enemy who had possessed Vegeta's body, a warrior strong enough to overpower Trunks and countless others. Once again, Goku's dominance was undeniable, but the story didn't end there. Dragon Ball heroes continued to evolve, and with the arrival of the new space-time war arc, Vegeta finally began to close the gap. This was where his true evolution began. The villains grew stronger, the stakes higher, and Vegeta found himself facing Turles, a twisted Saiyan who had embraced darkness itself. Turles had achieved a transformation known as the legendary Evil Saiyan form, an uncontrollable state of berserk power. His strength rivaled Cumber's, and he fought with a chaotic fury that even Goku found difficult to match. In a desperate attempt to dominate Vegeta, Turles tried to infect him with his corrupted energy, believing Vegeta would be consumed by darkness. But what happened next shocked everyone. Just like when Babidi tried to control him long ago, Vegeta resisted the corruption. Instead of succumbing, he took control of it, bending it to his will and transforming that dark energy into something new. Super Saiyan Blue Controlled Berserker. It was raw, powerful, and terrifyingly stable. In this form, Vegeta overwhelmed Turles and Cumber alike, turning the tide of battle completely. For the first time, it wasn't Goku surpassing Vegeta. It was Vegeta stepping into a new league of his own. And when Goku joined him, both trained together, refining their powers beyond mortal comprehension. By then, Goku could activate Mastered Ultra Instinct freely, while Vegeta's controlled Berserker form had become its equal. The once unbridgeable gap between them was now razor-thin. Their powers clashed and harmonized, their rivalry reignited, but this time it wasn't about who was better. It was about how far two Saiyans could go when pride and instinct collided in perfect balance. By the end of this saga, both stood shoulder to shoulder with even the Grand Priest himself acknowledging their divine growth. And yet, that lingering truth remained. Goku's unpredictability, his knack for evolving mid-battle, his ability to turn defeat into victory, gave him an edge that Vegeta could never quite erase. Still, Vegeta's discipline and control meant that his strength was no longer a step behind. It was finally equal, maybe even greater in endurance. Dragon Ball heroes had taken their rivalry to dimensions far beyond comprehension, with power levels reaching such absurdity that fans could only watch in awe. And that brings us to the heart of it all, why CC Goku versus CC Vegeta feels so unfair. Goku's story has always been about freedom, emotion, and instinct. He grows stronger because his soul refuses to stop. Vegeta's story, on the other hand, is one of pride, control, and redemption. He trains relentlessly, earning every ounce of his power through discipline. But in Dragon Ball Heroes, that very difference becomes the deciding factor. Goku's chaotic, adaptable nature allows him to evolve faster under extreme conditions, while Vegeta's precision takes time to refine. The result? No matter how much Vegeta catches up, Goku always seems to take one more impossible leap forward. From the Tournament of Power to the Prison Planet, from divine training under the Grand Priest to the chaos of the space-time war, the cycle repeats endlessly. Two Saiyans locked in eternal rivalry, one embodying instinct, the other embodying pride. But together they define what Dragon Ball has always been about: the endless pursuit of power, the drive to surpass every limit, and the unbreakable bond between rivals who refuse to fall behind. In the end, CC Goku and CC Vegeta are two sides of the same coin, one fueled by emotion, the other by determination, both kings of their own making. And while it may seem unfair that Goku always edges out ahead, it's that very imbalance that keeps their story alive. Because without Goku's light, Vegeta's pride would have no direction, and without Vegeta's pride, Goku's journey would lose its meaning. Together, they are the eternal flame that keeps the Dragon Ball legacy burning, forever pushing each other beyond the impossible.